Welcome everyone to this Heroes Lounge NA Division 2 match. Still getting everything up. We're just going. So, my name is Coffee. I'm casting this game between the amateur opponents and the Caffeinated Knights. Just say quickly before we get into draft number 1. The map bans. The amateur opponents are first map pick with Cursed Hollow and BRE bands, while the Caffeinated Knights banned Braxis and Towers of Doom. We're now getting into draft number 1 right away because I am definitely on time for this, so haven't done too much about too much research into the teams, just got back from the university, so going straight into game number 1, we are on Sky Foundry now. Caffeinated Knights. This is the start of Heroes Lounge season, of course. This is round 1 for NA season 5, but they are also in the Nexus Gaming Series Division B Grand Finals. So, and that's tomorrow. So this is kind of like a warm up for them before their big finals tomorrow. So I think they're probably more focused on winning that one than this. So we'll see just how much research they have done into their opponents here today. But clock's ticking down, and the first banner will be Sylvanas. So maybe they have done their research into their opponents because it's not bad to normally see. This one absolutely is though. Cassia, very strong at the moment. The nerfs, like, they were nowhere near enough. Surgeloid is still stronger than before the rework. It's still hilariously overpowered. Like a few, like 10 or so damage nerf doesn't really change anything. So still pretty overpowered. Gonna get banned away. Luckily by amateur opponents. Don't want to see that hero get through the draft. As Anna will be the other ban. Anna's a hero that I think dropped off a bit in recent times. Over Niu. In my own experience at least, but clearly strong enough here that they won't take away and leaving the final ban. Not hard to pair it with, but still too strong for this other amateur opponents to let through. Now, May is allowed here in the Heroes Lounge, but Avalanche is not. So May is not going to be the first pick because Avalanche is definitely the better of the heroic abilities, as Greymane is the first pick here on the side of the Caffeinated Knights. A little bit interesting to see Greymane as first pick. I was expecting Tank Pro. That's what I've been seeing in all the recent games I've been playing and casting, but EDC's open. Yep, there he is. EDC's picked, and Tassadar will be taken alongside him, so I like this from the side of amateur opponent, going by the tiers, going for priority on their tank. Now, what are we going to see is the answer to Gauch, because this is a question I've been thinking about. So, Johanna was the obvious answer, and will be taken, but the 25% increase on Iron Skin cooldown, which is even bigger than it sounds because the cooldown decreases while it's active, so much less uptime on that Iron Skin, so a lot harder to frontline and be able to condemn the EDC out of the power side mosh pit. Stukov is also taken by Harmonim. I know one of his favorites. Finally, we see Orphea in the draft. Unfortunately, only in the ban lists. A little bit unfortunate I don't get to see Orphea played, but finally showing some respect to this ludicrously powerful hero. Anduin will also be taken away. So, as far as healers go for the side of amateur opponents, I think Deck and Kane is the one that sticks out at the moment. They could, of course, go Rhaegar and look for a bloodless composition. They have the Archon for it, so there's another option that I'm personally not a fan of going for it though, while Volstad's open. And yep, we see Yrel taken for the offlane and Lucio as the main healer. Now with the Lucio pick, it suggests that we're going to be seeing something a little bit more aggressive, as the last pick. It can of course be a defensively played Lucio, just trying to boop away the Greymane, disengage with the sound barrier. That also works, but maybe
I hear the
oh,
call.
oh, I love it. Rexar and Nazebo are taken by the side of Caffeinated Knights. Now, this is really bad for side of amateur opponents because they have not got.
Hell,
Okay,
it's
I like this as well
about
though.
damn
They have
time.
not got any chance of winning the game before Nazebo comes online. They have drafted heavily for the late game. So Nazebo is going to get to level 20. He is going to get the violent infection online and it's going to be very annoying to deal with. Now, they do spawn with Tychus, a hero that has been buffed in the most recent patch, mostly to the Overkill build, but we don't want to see that one here. But the auto attack build style has also been buffed. We have an increase, for some reason, to Neo Steel plating for one town I think that didn't need a buff for Tychus, but there you go. That one will be picked up for, presumably, by our Tychus player. As yeah, Tychus has a very nice level 20 of his own. The Big Red Button Odin upgrade is really nice, but surely you can't keep up with a Zebo later on. Like, this is going to be so hard, I think, for the side of so. Oh god, I lost my train of whatever. So anyway, I think it's going to be really hard for amateur opponents. They're not realistically going to close out the game early, but it also seems really hard for them to win the late game team fights. Let's turn the game sound down just a little bit. That's pretty loud from Mistful Sky. So anyway, on the blue team we have the amateur opponents. Terminator will be playing ETC, Butte Holiday playing Lucio, Sonic Explode 33 playing Tychus, Cactus Ham playing Tassadar, and I don't even pronounce this. I'm gonna call you Plictech on the URL. On the red side, we have the Caffeinated Knights, Static playing Johanna, Ghost Dragon playing Greyman, Ark playing Rexar, Harbonem playing Stukov, and most importantly, Osmanthus is playing Nazebo. Now we do have very nice early game control of the laning phase from amateur opponents. They will be able to slow the rate of the Nazebo stack up. He takes Finger of the Deep level 1, which I think is a little bit unfortunate. Suggests that we're not going to be going for the full just anti-Tastar build with the spiders, because Tastar, he likes to stand still, make it very easy for you to hit the spiders on them, and then it's really annoying. And well, forget what I said about early game controls, it just turns out that when you have Chana, Greymane, Rexar as well here, by the way, and you have so much wave clear. Now, it does mean that Nazebo is only getting one lane of minions though, so he's going to be quite slow on reaching the Finger of the Deep power spikes, and if you're taking this town, you want to be getting this as soon as possible, because otherwise you don't really have a level 1 town. Like, I don't want to see range. As for reason you take this one, it's not worth it. And both teams are moving on to the camps. Rexar taking it solo for the Caffeinated Knights, while Tychus and Lucio are doing it. I should change my overlay. Now I think about it. There we go, I'm good at this. Tychus and Lucio picking up their toe roughly the same time as Rexar does. Rexar with easy prey. He knew he was going to do it solo and took this to it straight away. Doesn't mean he loses some of the spirit to wave clear, but I don't think wave clear is an issue for this team. Stalling rotations now. Sonic's bow is there to catch him, but Terminator taking quite a little bit of damage from Ghost Dragon. Will most likely be fine though, easy to see. He can heal that one up and be just fine. Now, Blood Ritual. I'm very confused by Nazebo's talent build here, if I'm being entirely honest. Blood Ritual, you're not fighting in the waves like you are on Dragon Shovel or something like that, so you're not going to get any value from in the team fights. And I'm so surprised that not just going for the big Voodoo or the Hex Crawlers. That I wasn't invited for this cast build. Hulkbait, I only found out that I was able to do this cast like a few hours ago. And then I was at work, so
prepare to begin field testing.
you know what? If you feel like sticking around, I'm doing another one in 2 hours, Division 1 match. If you want to jump on the cast out with me, that's all good. already got the siege camp. The assault troopers are heavy amateur opponents now, while taking their own assault troopers. They lose control of middle, so very easy health camp going over, most likely. Turn their, oh, but actually not able to. They very end there pick up the thing. The silence means he can't drop it though, so Luzo will die. The heal goes over to Nazeebo, and not quite able to burst down fast enough, I guess, on the side of amateur opponents. Well, the only good thing for them is they did at least get the mercenary camp experience, so they have got the extra 700 experience from it, so it could be a little bit worse for them. But of course they do now have to deal with the healing camp for its objective. And they're probably going to have to give it up, but that's really bad for them, because as we said, going to the late game is not what they want to do. Now, the Ark is going to go and get this wave, loses 2 globes of XP. Oh, he actually lost quite a few globes. He's leaving another one as well, so that goes a little bit of experience to them. So the XP is all even up because they're missing waves. Now, Cactus Ham also going to drop this wave. You can tell we're at NA, we're dropping so much XP, it's really unfortunate. Osmanthus though getting the top lane, now it's going to crash as well, and again we're not going to be able to collect it, so XP is even only because this camp's not been taken yet. Now we're going to decent lead. Now, Stag has got the 99% and we have 2 turrets coming down from our blue team. Miguel taking a lot of damage, but actually managed to jump away. But there's the first of all. A huge side in from ETC and Stag trying to run away. Gets the blind on, but will fall in the end. Also ETC falling on there. So currently 1 for 1.5 at the moment. Ghost Dragon running away. Butolde being chased by Spars. Over to the healing again. Will be able to amp it up in time. Cactus Ham trying to make a run for his own now, but Bio's kill switch comes out. Uriel and Tastar slowed so much. Tastar falls, but Uriel manages to walk it out, and that was quite a finish to the first objective. I wasn't ready for the actually started just yet, as Protector goes over to the side of the Caffeinated Knights. Really nicely played by them. Johanna almost getting out as well, thanks to the stolen away hill camp, and you have to think just how good it would be if Lucio was able to get away with the healing pulse. Just how easy this fight would be for the blue team if there was healing pulse advantage to them. Now, Summerspoon doing what he can to take it down to Protector. Looks like it will be able to. Yep. Going to get the well, but now here comes EDC. They're forceful to follow up, and now tanking the tower is Misha going to be going down. Ark should be able to make it out with his life, though. Yep. Gets away just fine. Osman first and Piltech just soaking the side lanes. This Nazeebo build sucks, man. Why do we have these talents? I don't even know. It's a little bit interesting. It's gonna be. I hope that Uriel is able to interrupt these ravenous spirits in the team fights, and should be pretty easily able to. Tychus also has the quarterbacks to do it himself. And now got the side of Caffeinated Knights. I have a level 10 lead for the time being, but no, I will just be giving up the heal camp. So another healing pulse goes over to our red team here. A little bit unfortunate they weren't in a position to contest that one. It's hard though, because Stukov just put his stupid arm on the point, and there's not really much you can do about it. Full level lead for our red team, mostly on the back of just soak difference. I was talking about no, you can't leave a lane! No! This is not allowed! What? No! We're losing so much XP here. And this is what I was talking about. Like, this doesn't happen in EU really. This is a NA phenomenon most of the time where lanes are just being not soaked, and they're giving up so much for no reason. They don't have to be this far behind, even though the team fights haven't gone their way, and a little bit unfortunate on the camp. So they're going a little bit cheeky here. Stack not going to go for a blessed shield though. We're full level up. We're going to have level 13 advantage, and with that they can probably just get the camp again. Now, going on to Osmanthus, Tychus doing what he can. There's the force wall to stop this escape. And swipe or not, the Nazeebo is going to fall here, so a good pick by the blue team. No, you're giving up the XP! They're going for the invade, but Ghost Dragon's done. Gets that one. He might die, but it doesn't even matter. He gets out, actually. We've dropped another top wave, though, and... Well, actually, we have a little bit of a fight here. Looks like they're just gonna win the 3v4. I don't quite know how that one happened. I look away for 1 second, they're dying. A little bit unfortunate for the blue team here. I don't even know what happened. How do these 3 members manage to do so much damage? Now, level 13 advantage to the Caffeinated Knights, as Zukov is, of course, going for the violent reaction, able to set up some of the big plays on his own. Presumably, Stukov got a massive battle kill switch here on top of the stone, so now when he does those in the future, we'll be able to get the roots off as well. And trying to get it off it, they could already, of course, be level 13 if they were getting the XP. God, if they lost those two, I'd have been really annoyed. So, gonna get level 13 off this wave. Zebo, though, having happy fun times on the side lane. He's finished his finger deep. He's got the 10% extra spell power, which of course doesn't stack with the Soul Harvest. Now going on to Ark, onto him. Celestial goes wide as Ark now trying to make a run for it. Oh, he's seeing the same thing again. Force Wall beats the swipe. Now Tyke is taking quite a bit of damage from Ghost Dragon. Heal Pulse is down, and Terminator is going to be outside out of there. Sonic Barrier is just to ensure they get out, and it will be the kill going over to the amateur opponents. Now moving on to point, going to contest it, 71% charge. No, the way! It's going to go in again! Soxpo, please go get it! Now, we're seeing just a macro outclassing so far by the red team here. Now, with the man advantage, we are going to see amateur opponents pick up their own healing pulse, hopefully for real this time, but in the meantime, picking up the tower tier is the amateur opponents, so they are able to trade it back. Bot wave going unsoaked, as both teams are making their way back up to the top cap. Now, with better soak, it would be possible for the Captain to have level 16 for the end of this, but it looks like we are going on this uneven talent tiers. We do, of course, have the stats advantage though from the levels, as down to point. Beautiful Holiday with heal pulse, maybe not personally want as far as distributing those resources. Now, Total's the point, and there goes everything. There goes the heal pulse as well. Bless Shield now onto Beautiful Holiday, who gets away actually. Go for it, not enough. Now, he doesn't have his ultimate. Well, there he goes. He finally uses it in the end, but 2 minutes, no, gets interrupted by the condemned. The talents are doing so much damage. Great Man goes and gets the kill, and Lucius on the full on retreat. Tastar falls as well. Now we have Odin. Static isn't done yet, and the Zemo's going so far with the ultimate. He's still getting interrupted so far, as Titus will be able to take down the bear, but it doesn't really matter. Harmonum getting the cap for his team, now level 16 advantage, already got the top 4, and they might just decide they want to move on to the keep here. Personally, I would rather get all the forts, set up some pressure for the third objective when that one comes around.
Has taken control of
And yeah, as I said, Near Steel Coating is the pick from Titus. I don't know why they buffed his best talent. A little bit interesting to see that one come out.
Red team has destroyed the
As the mid fort's already gone. That's Manfest. Yep, this is what you want to be doing. You want to be getting these extra side lanes for free. Now this one is going to crash. No one on the blue team's even moving towards it. Okay, Philtech is now going, but he's already missed the mid wave. Now we're going to move up here, but we're going to be losing a little bit of XP because he's having a little bit of happy fun pushing times, and you can't fight the Zemo. Zemo will beat you. He has Lucio going to get the sound barrier down, but it's not onto ETC who's the target. Gets blown up by Triglove Protector. Now Pro taking so much damage from Greymane, who has gone for the Wise and Jaws. He does so much auto attack damage, does this Greymane, and they will be able to get this as well. Cactus Hand maybe not wanting to take that shockwave as he has now stood still, used the Shadow Walk, but Utah they're trying to get him to safety. Greymane goes in, go for foe, gets the kill, gets the second one, but has ended up on the wrong side of the fort. Sonic Pro not able to get the kill though as Ghost Dragon makes it out to safety. Oh, it's a complete disaster for the blue team now as they're losing on all fronts. They're not winning the fights. Harmon doesn't quite hit the so that Tiger's going to get away. But moving just onto the even, this Raven does so much damage. Smacks it down, no problem. Also, by getting the fort to get pressure on the third objective, why don't just take everything? And they are going to take everything. Now they're moving on to the turret camp. They can get the heal camp, their own turret. They have so many items. They could have level 20. They could have so many advantages going into this third objective. And even on even ground, to be quite hard for the side of amateur opponents to win a late game fight. Only to be used. They are looking to fight for this. Oh, no way, man. Misha gets out to safety. They're looking to fight for a support camp. In goes Zero, trying to just stone the members out. Diana, pretty fast, and drops the burst shield onto the members already. Yo, going for the point. Silence is there, and not able to pick up the item. No, it happened again. Happened to be so annoying with these lurking arms. Forcible will secure the disengage though, unless they just all get caught in the zombie wall for some reason. And that's another 2 kills with Soundberry, not in time, not when I think it really matters. As Manfred's just setting up the plays for himself. Oh man, no need to die there, it's so sad. Right. The zombies are hungry and they did manage to find themselves a cow and dead man. Now Cactus Ham going to pull as well. Level 20 has the fire infection and moving on to the core of the Caffeinated Knights and should be able to very easily wrap this game up. Doesn't matter how many core builds you take, you're going to get this one. 17 to 20 in the end, 4 kills to 14. Complete disaster for the side of the blue team there, has just losing on so many fronts, honestly. For lag on big fronts, there's lag. Oh no, not like this. I thought I sorted out all the lag issues on my stream. See if that helps. As after real, just so much for the Caffeinated Knights. Lucy not able to keep in the heals. The damage, just so much damage done by Ghost Dragon. On the Great Man makes the Wise and Jules look good. Of course he takes 2 for claw. Why wouldn't you? They knew they had won. Yeah, Tychus goes for the new sizzling attacks, moved to level 16, but just so far behind off of several unfortunate team fights with the blue team that, and even going to get outscaled a little bit unfortunate. I don't even know, man. That's not what we want to see. Now, this is mostly a loss in draft, which can be fixed. For moving the weather anomaly will fix it. No, it's just my PC. It's been happening for a while before even the weather anomaly. But I don't even know what's causing it. I've got pretty good specs. I should be able to manage just fine. Now, the blue team, in all fairness, it is hard to predict Nazebo as the pick here, but I don't know if Tychus was the answer either. Like, maybe you go for something a little bit more scaly, because you already have 4 heroes that can't really play early game and look to snowball. So maybe going for something like Vala would work a little bit better, but even that would be kind of difficult. Playing Vala on Lucio healing is rather miserable, so we will see what happens in game number 2, which will be going to Tomb of the Spider Queen. That took a little bit while to get out. As yeah, the next game will be on Tomb of the Spider Queen, Caffeinated Knights with 1-0 lead. Now we have, this one was chosen by the Caffeinated Knights, so presumably, like, they were looking so good last game in the laning phase. They'll get so much priority even without their Zebo with the easy trade XR, not even the Q-Builder XR. So there's so much priority off your Hana McVeigh main, so looking to go to Team of Spider Queen, I think it's a really good choice by them. Able to snowball so hard if you have a good landing phase in this map. Now, amateur opponents, they have the first pick. Do they have something in store? And also, I can't notice of any other really fun aspects that we can see, because now this time there's not even an option to go for the counter pick if they were to put out something a little bit more spicy, as Ghost Dragon's Grey main is apparently just too much to deal with and will be banned away. Did so much in the last game, you can understand why this one is happening. Savant's again banned away. The other one last game, I don't even remember. Amateur opponents were the ones that banned away the Li Ming, so Orphea is banned now. Makes sense. Really good on this map in particular, just instantly able to clear waves with the E into the Chomp. So okay, yeah, Cassie was banned away. May is open, but do you want to play May without Avalanche? Like, Isol's not bad, but how much experience do you have with it, as Johanna gonna be picked up. So EDC's open. Many of the good dealer picks are open. You can go Tastar ETC, just take exactly what the amateur opponents did on the last time, and I think you're happy with it if you go for that. Tastar also, kind of like Orphea, just able to instantly clear the lane. It's really funny how good it is, but locking in the utility at the moment, Stukov and ETC. I do like the ETC pick. Stukov, just a counter pick for Harbinnen, I'm guessing, wanting to get that one right away.
For the Alliance of
As Arnold and Kale fast. Oh yeah, Arnold was the other man. Why? So Kale fast has a really nice wave clear if you're able to walk up and use living bombs, but we've seen in the last game that it's really difficult for amateur opponents to walk up to the lane. Static might just be able to zone Kale fast away before Mana he's so squishy, he's so easy to get killed. They have the setup with ETC and Stukov to blow him up, so I'd like to see a Maev or a similar pick come in from the Caffeinated Knights and just fully commit to abusing this Kale fast. And I mean, you have Andrew to save him once every like 80 seconds or however long Leap of Faith is. It's really long, so not enough to deal with the pressure that they can go for. You can go for a Kerrigan if you feel so inclined. I don't know what they play, but that'll be a pretty fun pick if we do so. It's just not banning anything, trying to leave all the options open. Like, why don't go for a fun ban at that point? As Tasta will be taken away. Yep, I'm happy with this one, getting rid of the wave clear. Gets rid of the follow-up on the Maev pick, which I do want to see. Oh yeah, God, they got Maev Tas. Their format's so disgusting. Would have been really nice to see so. Good ban, as Phoenix will be.
anytime you're ready.
Reina. Why did you have Phoenix and Reina together? Now, since you have Phoenix wave clear, this does open up Reina to not go for Exterminator. Can instead look for the Venom Marksman and get that one stacking as Tyke's picked up. I really want to see Venom Marksman here from Reina. You have such short range on the side of amateur opponents who do take Blaze as the last pick. And Ragnar's here for Osmanthus. And so I do really like Caffeinated Knights' draft again. They have the tools to pressure the side of amateur opponents in the laning phase. Now, after level 10, they do have a nice blow up on amateur opponents, but before then it should be really hard for them to kill EDC, even with the Tychus minigun just burning them down. Vayne and Phoenix have such a range advantage over Tychus and Kelfast, and I think it's going to be really hard for them to do anything in the laning phase, so I think this one might just look even more one-sided than the last one, based off the draft, if I'm being entirely honest. Blaze, I don't... Now, he does have access to the Incinerator Gauntlets at level 4 now, so can get the wave clear nice and early, but it's not going to be able to do anything to Ragnaros, so I do like the last pick better. Ragnaros is a good choice. As for the last pick, going to go for Lava Wave probably, even though Smash is really good here. Yeah, like Ragnaros is going to win reckless. I don't know how to do it. But we'll see if they're able to do it. For amateur opponents who do need to win this one, to bring this to game number 3, or else they just lose. Cactus Ham playing Kelhas, Sonic Bow again on Tychus, Butte Holiday playing Anduin, Terminator playing Johanna, and Plictech playing the Blaze. On the other side of Caffeinated Nights, currently 1-0 up in this series. It is Osmanthus playing Ragnaros, Ghost Dragon playing Phoenix, Static playing EDC, Harbonem playing Stukov, and Art playing Reina. Does go for Exterminator, a little bit unfortunate, but hey, at least we got Arsenal Synergy. We managed to now we have a little bit of a death push here. Goes to the Blaze Charge, Calfast just stuns him up, and it would be an easy kill into Ragnaros, able to just get the level 1 cheese off. Really nicely done by amateur opponents. Now, without Ragnaros, are we going to have Phoenix rotate down, possibly to clear the wave? Just giving up priority to the blue team, even though Blaze is showing. A little bit interesting. And Blaze is trying to shove the wave in as quickly as he can. Ragnaros should be able to get 5 minions worth of XP though, so not losing out too much is Osmanthus here. Has a little bit of difficulty though, because the turrets are... Oh, that's unlucky. The turrets are messing with his minions, so not able to set the wave quite how he wants to. Oh no, Static. I thought you'd be tanky, but it looks like we just have the burst coming out. Remember, we have so many stuns and knockbacks in this format. You have Johanna, you have Kelfaz, you have Andon. Tychus just does so much damage, and Sugar Tychus is now rotating down for the bottom camp. Ragnaros shouldn't have too much difficulty clearing out. Speaking of Ragnaros, he's got mid. Doesn't really find some stacks. So just going to partially clear that one out for his team. Could have done double clear top, which is the correct decision, I believe. Basically neutralizes all the wave clear advantage that the blue team were able to pick up.
Your world is upside down.
Thank you, Kelfas. I'm really safe here on the Ragnaros. Maybe he suspects that blue team that here comes the red team. Maybe just making Blaze feel a little bit comfy is he's just got to get 5-man. That feels really bad off later. By the way, guys, can call the MIAs, but maybe they thought they were just on the bruiser camp. As there will be now 1 kill picked up in return for the Caffeinated Nights. Nicely done by them. Now the camp goes first over to the amateur opponents. Reina left to get wave clear. See if they're able to crash the lane nicely in front of their turrets. It might be possible. It is like 7 he does so quickly, but maybe I'll quickly enough turn that quickly out as fast as he can, just trying to crash this into the turrets. Static should be able to hold the lane. No, Ghost Dragon backs up a little bit, but they will go a little bit onto the turrets, but this is really nice by the Caffeinated Nights. They've gone the bruiser camp advantage. They're nearly ready to hand in. They're able to use the pressure that this camp can make. Ragnaros is here, by the way. Blaze does nothing to him. Blaze doesn't even have it. Blaze has a meltdown for some reason. So Ragnaros does an absolute field day in the side lane here. Now able to take advantage of their camp is the sub-Caffeinated Nights. A little bit of damage on the Soul Explode. Will be able to get away just fine though. Ragnaros just really turned down. Ghost Dragon going to Handen. But it is actually the amateur opponents that are closest to getting the Handen. They have enough, they are ready to do so as well. Damage onto Terminator as well as Ghost Dragon, who's not able to... There he goes, finally going to warp out. Very disciplined, waiting for the gravity lapse to come through, not going to get himself interrupted. As Ragnaros finished his Sulphurous Hunger's quest, now able to just so quickly clear the lanes. Cactus I'm trying to look for something and walks right up to Ragnaros, but still misses the gravity lapse. A little bit unlucky there, as Osmanthus looking to get himself a hand in. Soul Explode left clearing up the top lane as now not able to find the charge is Fliptech. And a lot of damage on the static and Osmanthus by Tychus, but just forced out so far. 700 will not find the condemn as Osmanthus gets the hand 10. And now Tychus is going for in the top lane. He does have 9, which is enough, so it will be the first handing going over to the amateur opponents. Osmanthus having so much fun here on Ragnaros. Has blistering attacks, which is nice to see. Not losing to a town selection this time. Obviously lost last game, of course. Harmadem not having the most fun. Does maybe find himself safety though, as that is the friendly Phoenix, of course. Ghost Dragon is going to come in and get a little bit of damage here. Sukov so lucky to be alive, I feel like. But now, going for the top push is the side of... It's beside the amateur opponents. We are going to look to get this wall most likely, and slide onto Songsbow is able to get pulled out by Angler. That's pretty nice cooldown to get out of it though. Ghost Dragon losing shield, but is fine for the time being. Osmanthus on the flank, but isn't level 10 yet, as in comes Ragnaros looking for the Anduin. But just taking so much damage from Tychus, strength down to quarter health. A little bit of an attempt there by Ragnaros, so it's quite a bit of XP to do it though, so all was even in the end. Ark going for... Oh god, can't be tired after one game, that's not good. Ark gets the hand in, and Ghost Dragon maybe a little bit too keen, taking quite a bit of hull damage. There's the Phoenix, but it's healed up by Stukov because that makes sense. Now look at the Ragaman. He isn't wanting to auto attack though. I can clear it out now a little bit faster, so maybe not the best example is didn't want to clear the lane. Waiting for the Web Weaver to come down for going for it. And now marching down the mid lane is the side of Caffeinated. They have got level 10s. It is Lava Wave. Do hate to see it, but just a pickup for them. Tychus is going. Oh, here comes the Mosh Pit. That one's a little bit ambitious, but Sako is taking up the key fort, so doesn't eventually get away. Tychus opted to let the soldier buffed up in the patch to 30 armor instead of 25. Makes it a little bit nicer. Gain 115 more damage reduction from being stunned up. And he basically doesn't die much, but as Odin was used, yeah, it'll do a whole lot with it. All forts are alive after both teams get their first web weavers. Caffeinated notes are ahead on the gem count though. But Samsung's getting the hand in at the moment. Looks like they'll do it just fine as Stag is managing to get in actually the 23 gems to be holding. Not quite in time, but don't have another interrupt anyway to the side of blue team as Blaze though gets that big hand in it. And that will be the one who's going over to the blue team. Well, when it comes out, the problem with Lava Wave is you're losing gems. And this map in particular is bad. So, the unfortunately lost 6 gems by going for it. By going for that top lane Lava Wave. But it does mean that the Web Weaver will be significantly less effective without the minion support, so they are just going to have to focus down this mid Web Weaver now. Ragnaros doing with bot lane pretty fine as well. As combustion in from Blaze does so much damage, how fast they able to finish it. Look like for about 1 second and they're dying again. Odin now used to get the siege down, but maybe not needed because there's already 2 members missing. Ragnaros does get the Molten Core off though. Now Cal Fast is a little bit of trouble, but manages to get away. Now it has the Mana Addict shield as well. Flick Tech going for the bottom push, able to clear this one out. Will be able to get themselves the bottom fort. Cactus Head trying to clear out the top fort, and not in position actually. Kind of split up Caffeinated, so they might just lose this one as well. That looks like they will be able to drive off, and here comes Ragnos. Doesn't have Smash though. It's not able to do as much as he wants to. There comes the Phoenix ult, but will be interrupted. It's not taking so much damage. Span first fighting Johanna, having a pretty fun time, Mr. Angros. Looks like we'll be able to get away. Kelfast seems like a little bit off there, not quite able to find the big chunkers. It's always fine and dandy. We don't see the you're still placing this time, which I think is a really strange pick.
My power is yours.
Goes instead for better stuff, has Infraviv as well, so I guess just looking to be more survivable against the rain.
Slaughter the blue team.
And Leadbeaver is now coming in. The Root Camp is here to match them. Lava Bomb going to get the bomb to the side pushing quite nicely. A little bit of a scuffle here, but Magnus, he does have himself the Resilient Flame, so he's able to survive. That goes for Moshpit, not able to do a whole lot though. Blaze really wants to find this kill and does manifest Sonic Mode is there to secure it. Stack taking so much damage as well from Kelfast. Looks like he might be able to make it out though. Ark, where is that? You going, buddy? You're taking a lot of damage as well now. Getting able to survive, and a team fight goes over to a side of the amateur opponents at what cost though, as they do lose themselves 2 forts, but it is good to see them fighting back actually, not able to just roll over like kind of like they were in the last game. Nice to see, so maybe we're going to game number 3 actually. As the Caffeinated, they are going to pick up the mid-fort stack, able to delay these members for long enough. Will now get side out. Now Ghost Dragon in a little bit of trouble, but no plus shield, thankfully, by Johanna. Harbor then maybe being caught out though. Lift up by Kelfast, taking the damage. Is going to fall down. Phoenix gets the salve off onto Tigers though. Does walk it out. Very wishes it could take now. Yana goes in with a light bomb. Actually finds the Phoenix kill. And then walking forward gems as everyone's so low and out doing what he can, but it is a 3v4. Kanzo taking so much damage. And another fight goes over damage. Opponents they caught out the Stukov at the start of it, which made it so nice for them. And they do have themselves another hand, and actually they're significantly ahead on the gem count, so turning the 60 mark as well, they might be able to do a lot with this next hand, and if they go for it. Kaxham pretty low on mana, so might need to recall beforehand though. Should look to hand in the gems first though, but Last thing advantage, we do have slithering attacks again over Tychus. This ETC is all of a sudden looking really squishy to these members. Yep, Carefast goes for the recall, now going to be topped up on mana. Probably the last time he needs to recall for mana again, because Mana Addict has posturing around the boss, but not going to go for it. Ghost Dragon on the bomb side, clearing out the siege camp. Sonic Explode has the mid clear onto the Bruiser camp, and nothing happens with the 16 advantage. Maybe now? No, nothing's really happening. So they do get possession on the Handen though, and they will get that one, but level 16s are now available for our red team. We see again aggressive shredding picked up by our EDCs. Really confused as to why it's not imposing presence. Now Light Bomb goes down onto his Manifest, gets up to McCall fast as well, he's taking so much damage he's gonna fall. Feasting where he can, so by combustion going to warp out safety. Here comes the lava wave there. Blaze taking so much damage, Stack does get a Moshpit off for quite a while onto Ando, and he's gonna be falling. Ghost Dragon running him down, has target acquired for the movement speed, but it's going to be a 1-for-1 in the end. Blue Web Weaver is pushing the top side, so this fort is gonzo, but probably not a whole lot more coming out of it. As I think the red team can be pretty happy with it. Jado, why do you not have your level 16 talent? Your level 17 and a half. Let's pick it up, buddy. Fanaticism is so good. Oh, of course, opposing presence, which you can also go for on your Hana. And it'd be really nice against the double auto attack composition that we have here from Caffeinated. So maybe it would have been enough to keep the Anduin alive if it done it, but Fanaticism is a big. It's not a bad talent, but Opposing person will do so much this game and neither team opts for it. Really interesting, I think. What's on Smathis, no! Don't leave the lane! No! Go get it! There you go. Picks up the XP, doesn't get the gems though. Don't know what he's in such a hurry for, nothing's really happening here. Like, he didn't need to give us up. See if the 2 gems actually makes a difference. Stag gets off 20 gems pretty easily. His behind is good for another fight, looking for Phoenix, but he does much more about safety. But Magnus for target again, armor or not, he's just going splat. Phoenix doing what he can, but it will be to just one pick onto for Vagros again and backing off with their advantage amateur opponents. I'm liking what they're doing. They're using their pick tools so nicely. Onto this Ragnaros, and you'd think a Resilient Flame would be fine, but there's so much percentage damage between Burned Flesh, Tyker's minigun, and the sizzling attacks that the armor is so much less effective than one might expect. And now moving on to this boss is the side of the amateur opponent. Now it is a hand in response here by the side of Caffeinated, but they are going to have to defend against the boss. Both teams looking like they're going to be running out of time as backing off of amateur opponents. Well, they've not quite in time to get the forwards positioning on the spider drop. A little bit unfortunate for them. So it looks like we're just going to be clearing out mid to bot. Trade the boss for the objective, which isn't bad. It is like effectively a Gigafeet, and this one's not really doing anything, but I mean, maybe I can look for something on the top lane, but both teams are near level 20. Looks like it will be Odin used before level 20 by the Tychus. Going to just go for it. So much damage onto Ark, barely dodging. Chastos, but he's just dead! Living Bomb and Odin attacks able to get that kill. Now Ghost Dragon not looking much better. Flesh Shield gets him. 2 more kills going to damage opponents instead of just catching these members out of position so often. Now Kelfast coming down here to look to defend the bottom, but there's just too many minions and losing the bottom keep while they were shown around so long before this top web even collided. They had no reason to lose this, but it will be the ball keep getting lost as well, so not terrible for Amateur Punch as now for the invade. Terminator will get here in time, and they do have level 20 as well, but level 20 about to be reached by blue red team as they will just give it up. Swipe is wasted. And it will just be the easy take of this 40 here, still waiting for the dealers to turn. Magnos goes for submerge for some reason. And we'll just be able to find that in. Now, we do have the gems for their next turn in on the side of the blue team. So, training the boss means they have the time, but Sogspo not going for the hand, and so not going to get it just yet. Perhaps just able to wait for the boost capture. But going in again. Pressure onto Magnus, but there isn't a follow-up this time, so it's a big cooldown down. Magnus gets a hit to few people, but now just going in. Sunbridge keeps the Magnus alive this time. Static in trouble though, is trying to walk it out. Phoenix is taking so much damage from Cactus out. The nukes are coming in, but Blaze is the first on the pull. Magnus has gone though as well. So exposed into the lava wave. Manages to barely get out of the safety before Stag gets sent on him. As we still have a lot of time, it's Odin Soul Dragon taking so much damage. Will be able to barely get away. Has the level 20 as well though, so gonna be just fine. Static taking so much damage. Going for the Mosh Belt too. Death Mosh onto the Tiger Zone. So will be another 1-for-1. 3v3 now for these teams as it is 1 dealer versus 2. Cactus Sam walking it out, has a mana exit to tank up for the time being. But Ghost Dragon just running him down. Terminator here to try and help. Ark doing absolutely nothing. Both him and the plane. which he did invest his level 20 into, so losing that plane is a really big loss for him. Now we've caught out Ghost Dragon, Blessed Shield's back! Has the extra shield capacity charge though, Unconquered Spirit used to keep him alive. 3 for 3 in the end, and now the side of the red team are going to go for their bottom camp here, as there will be the bruiser camp taken by the blue team. The game is just dragging on. Ragnaros, I bet he wishes he'd smash at the moment, as Alvo's doing nothing for them in these late game situations. And the game will just go on Deathmosh, keeping them in the game, able to get the kill onto Tychus. But now Terminator will get the hand in, just playing up to the top side of the map, taking the 50-50 on where they're handling it, not quite able to find it with Caffeinated. So will be the hand in with a boost camp, and this could do quite a lot of damage to a keep if they decide to group up and push underneath their spell armor. Spider will alive in time, man. Bottom side will be pushed out, so there will be a lot of spider minions here, so this might do a lot if drags on for a while in the mid lane here. Ragnaros going into the boss court very early, just wants to get the clear to camp and whatnot. Odin uses well, nice to see. Now so much damage onto Stag again! I feel like I'm just seeing the same thing over and over. Phoenix is gone! It's taken out by the Odin, not able to warp out, doesn't have Unconquered Spirit either. Now Ragnaros drops the lava wave, but they were ready for it. Playing to the side pocket with amateur opponents. Now moving it into the EC, finds the Mosh, but lifts up by Calfast, and he's going to be falling. It will be returned kill into place though. Spanner's not able to do anything. Death Mosh finds no one. Arcplague so far falls on his own. What are you doing, buddy? Going to be dropping as well. 3 for 1, 2 for amateur opponents. Now they're seizing the mid at the moment, but they do have a push on the top lane and now moving towards their bottom lane. As I said, we've got a few of the spider minions with them as well as just the regular minions. There comes 2 more. So this bottom keep is gonzo. They can just try and move on to the core if they want, but there is no Odin, so nope, they are going to look to end it. It is just Ragnaros and Stukov, not there to do the most of his members. And looking for the Ragnaros kill, has the Submerge ready, healing up so much. And here comes Ghost Dragon, he's returned. Finds a salvo, but does not have to sew onto them. Now maybe walking a little bit too far forward. Walks up though, not going to get back at them. Able to defend until their members return other side of the Cafe Knights. Now, it looks like it will be the clean disengage from the blue team. Nope, they are looking to turn around onto Ragnaros. 5 on front of everyone, zoned away by the fix. Here comes ETC! Gets the stun onto Tychus, who does have Yodin ready. Why have you used it, buddy? It's so strong. Fliptech has returned as well. Cactus Ham in the front line has the Maiden walk down, and now Odin is here. Ghost Dragon, he's used Unconquered Spirit, falling now. Osman for slow as well. We've just outscaled on the side of the blue team. Odin here to party this time. Won't be stopped by any pesky Nazebos. 2 more kills for amateur opponents as they are looking to end the game and bring us to game number 3. I'm away doing what I can, but not quite enough as Terminator is pretty low, but Arc Stark and Osman is doing what we can. Arc goes in, goes for the mosh pit, lifts it up, trying to set the death mosh play onto Yana, but Blaze gets the stun to Arc, and so much damages for Tychus, and see if they are going to end the game here. Like, you hope they are. Osmanthus going to the multi-core and Flash Shield Arena, he's gone. Easy time to clean up now for our blue team. I'm doing what I can, but not able to pressure them at all with the multi-core. Just able to attack his Silence Throw. And we will be going to game number 3 in this series. Ragnaros falling at the end, and very nicely played by the blue team. Able to turn around, able to find so many nice CC chains onto the members of the red team. And they were in the end able to pick up the W. Nicely done by them. As my stats screen, there we go, finally decides to load. So much healing from the Andoran. Almost have to double the Stukov somehow. I'm not quite sure how that happened. It was a light bomb. It's not even salvation. So I'm not sure where he's getting all this healing from. As Admiral's tried to do so much siege damage with a lava wave, but why don't you have Smash, buddy? I'm so confused by the lava wave choice on one of the worst maps for it too, because you're falling behind in the gem count every time you push that button. As it will be just game number 2 going over to the side of amateur opponents. So, can I know if they do have choice on whether they want the map pick or not for game number 3. We'll have to see what happens. As the team is in lobby, can I get a invite to the lobby? I would quite like to get into our next one. I don't even know. Go over. Quick break until the next one. I need to get my voice back. That was a little bit too much for a second game when there's a third one coming up. Okay, welcome back. Game number 3 is going to be on Infernal Shrines between the amateur opponents and the Caffeinated Knights. As rather fitting to finish on one of the more exciting maps. A little bit of a shame that Tales of Doom banned away, but we can't always play the best map in the game, I suppose. Picked by the side of the amateur opponents, and they were very disciplined in their coordinated fights and engages in the last game, so I am happy to see them pick this one up. They are able to force quite a few engages, so they should be able to do quite well on this map, I think. So I do like this decision by them. Why I'm confused by is why Caffeinated chose first pick. First pick sucks at the moment, really. My opinion, like, you always want second pick, but maybe they have something in store for us. Why does it say? I just realised that is not quite right. Why does it say that? There we go. Heroes of Season 5, Division 2. Now we are ready for our third and final draft between these two teams. What do I have in store for us? I'm hoping that we have something planned with our first pick, because otherwise why have you given up a last pick to the other team? Now, Cho'Gall is really strong in this patch, and works quite nicely on Infernal Shrine, so maybe we can see a cheeky Cho'Gall come out this game. I know that NA likes to play it, and he is very powerful at the moment, so it could be something that we see coming out here. If the teams are ready to do so. It has only been a few days, 4 or so days since the patch, so if you weren't a Cho'Gall team, you probably haven't had enough time to practice it, but it's a hero I would like to see come out from the teams if they are willing to pick it. Especially, I guess that is the reason you would choose first pick, because then you have only one counter to the Cho'Gall. Maybe that's what we're going to see, but bans are the same as always. Greymane Orphea.
The wait
Well,
is
actually,
over.
you banned Orphea over Cassia, so that one's going to be picked up. Was the Greymane really worth the ban slot? I think Orphea Cassia is probably better bans. What are you in store for dealing with a Cassia amateur opponents? You knew that this one was going to come out, I'm hoping. It's been banned every other game for a good reason.
The crusade calls.
I'm doing Yana. Don't know if this is it. We'll see what they decide to pair him up with. It's kind of hard to be too much into it. It was the same we saw from them the last time though, so maybe the plan is just to lock down Cassia, get rid of the avoidance, and then just try and blow up again. That's an option. So I'm hoping that we do see
Our world
a
is
cleanse
worth fighting for.
support come out here. As May is taken.
My blades are yours.
Now there is no avalanche to go with this maze. It is banned. I wonder if the teams know this. As Sonya is the other pickup if so hiding their support option, which is a little bit surprised because I would have thought the obvious pick is Veigar, but Stukov banned away. We go Veigar, you got the Bloodlust for the Cassia, you have your Sonya who wants to go in as well. Got Cleanse to deal with Blood. You can, if you want, go for Ancestral just to really play through the Cassia. But Sideway wants Sonya really high up for them, so. Oh, it is Archmaz at often. So maybe we're going to see some Stopper moves come out from them. As Arc was the Reign of the last game, Ozymanthus has been so far their offlaner. Who is now sworn as May? Maybe they're just trying to throw me off though. Kalfast banned away, don't want to repeat for last time, which understandable, but there are other picks that can do better, like you can pick Hanzo here to go for Tychus, which again sees its turn. But it will be Mephisto. And Mephisto has very different goals from the rest of the blood composition. Does have a turn to fate to try and set things up, but that's a little bit unrealistic if again we see the cleanse support here. May can also just set up the Blizzard on top of Richet Mephisto, so very dangerous pick here from Cactus. Rhaegar will be picked up, as
I'm
well
here to
as
help.
Jaina. And Regina can try and just get a lot of damage onto the Mephisto. Has the ice block eventually, but will struggle for quite a while, I think, as Blaze the turns to lose this audio. Bit of a disappointing last pick, I want to say. Could have seen something a little bit more interesting, I think, but What if we saw Chen? Now, not all players aren't Chen players, so it's understandable we don't see exactly Chen, but Chen would have been so nice, I think, for the side of the amateur opponents. But the Combustion got a lot of work done over the last game, so I don't entirely hate the Blaze choice. We will see though as going to gain the fleet. It's also Hanzo. Yes, we did say Hanzo. We have Mephisto instead though, but Hanzo would have been really nice just to go for the blow up on the blue team. But instead we have a Mephisto for some reason. As now, Ice Wall on Mephisto is really interesting. I believe that if you Ice Wall Mephisto while he's jumped in with the Shades, it will prevent him from returning, so that is a nice interaction we will get to see this game since, again, Avalanche is banned here due to game-breaking bugs, so hopefully that one's not picked up here. That would be rather unfortunate if May had no heroic ability. On the blue team for game number 3, it is the amateur opponents. I might have forgotten to do my overlay last time. Fuse Holiday playing Andor and Terminator playing Johanna, Songsplit playing Tychus. Piltech playing Blaze once again. The only difference is Cactus Hammer's playing the Mephisto. For Captain Knights, Ghost Dragon playing Cassia. We go pick. I'm not entirely sure why this one got through. Static playing Yaina. That's a little bit spooky. Harbonem playing Rhaegar. And Ark playing Sonya again. We're seeing a repeat of game number 1. Looted by the Andon. Ark taking so much damage. Goes down to Tychus. Osmanthus playing May. Not quite able to get him to safety. Oh no, it happened again. So, priority once again for amateur opponents from the start of the game. Now, Ghost Dragon taking a little bit of damage from the Tychus, who has gone for the dash as his choice for these games, not opting in for the increased range, which is a little bit surprising given that Sterling attacks is now generally considered to go to high experience. So much weight put in though for the Cyber Blue team, as we do have an immediate start on the bottom camp. Telling Sonya, go Duo Soak, we want to get advantage here, as it will be 1 minimum XP lost for a camp, which is a fighting trade as far as I'm concerned. Now Mephisto caught up, just gets full comboed by Maze somehow. What are you doing if you just let that one happen? Now, stood there for quite a while, as that will be the Mephisto kill now. As Static and Harbonem just moving on to their own Impaler camp, now going to be getting the goats moving in for them. As XP's getting lost. We have free bot. We don't need free bot. I've lost so much XP here. No. Why are we giving up the XP? I don't like it. A little bit. Now, May does drop the Blizzard onto Mephisto, does teleport to safety though with the Shades. And it's just going to be the camps cleared out there. Looking for Sonic's bows. I was not going to be able to find anything. We again see Meltdown for the Blaze. Did get a lot of work done in the last game, but the loss of wave clear is so sad. Look at just how little he does to Sonya. Not that he really can do anything to Sonya, like Sonya Whirlwind does just beat everything the Blaze looks to do, but you can at least wave clear and move on quickly enough if you go for the Incinerator Gauntlet instead. Wave cleared out here, see if it gets. So, looks like Terminator will be in time for it. I have to watch these NA teams closely, see if they drop their waves. Don't want any failing class here. Gets past it, very nicely done. Now, it is the late pickup of the Shaman camp here for the side of the Captain Knights. Ark is going to look to clear an out though as Sonya beforehand, but the damage opponents are just going to start this one up. Ghost opening, quite a bit of damage. Now the Blaze Charge comes in. Manfred's taking so much damage, has the Ice Block both for the time being, but that one's burned down straight away by Tychus. Sonic's going to get so much work done here on the Tiger, so Osmanthus in full on retreat. Looks like only Cactus having a lot of damage zones. Cassie is angry. Cassie's just running him down. 250 health, but will survive as no song spawn point and will be level 7. The first for our red team by looks like but in the fight right now. This jumping are barely surviving as Temptate's in trouble. Slow Tech jumps in, but he's too low health and it might just need to be this first one given over to Caffeinated Knights. Charlotte can push again, now it's going to be responded to by Sonix, goes for the tap. We might have time for one more fight. Was got to get some clear as Memphis on the main, taking a lot of damage, getting a nice block. There is the blind on the Tiger this time, not going to get that one. Looks like taking so much damage, has to be pulled to safety and Terminator as well on retreat. Oh, Agar gets the kill actually. Very nicely done. Choose your level 7. You could have gone out. As there will be the Punisher going over to the side of Knights. I've been taking the Imperial Camp in the meantime. We do see reduced hibernation here. Just looking to get the damage reduction onto these relatively immobile damage dealers. So I don't mind it. Physical armor is not very useful against this team comp. Tychus does percentile damage, while Mephisto does magic damage. It's understandable why I'd go for it. The movement speed is quite useful though to keep up with Mephisto, especially now when he has the boss storm. Moving down onto Bomb Camp with that again. These Impalers. Caffeinated Knights. Coach Dragon now has Sojo Lights are going to be doing all sorts of ridiculous nonsense. Is this Cassia? Looks like they're trying to clear this top wave out. If he incinerated Gaunts, he could have been denying XP. Instead, Sonic's going to get the crash on the mid lane and coming out to the top lane, not going to miss anything. Why do we have Meltdown? We again see the Relentless Soldier Peg from the Tychus. Pretty nice. There's a lot of stands here on our red team. And, yep, here's the Ice Wall. No Avalanche this game. See just quite how annoying this is for the Mephisto. And it will be essential just to play for Cassia, pretty much what we would have expected, given team comp. So much damage to be done to this mid forward. Stag just going to chuck a blue bomb and maybe try and finish it off. That's really fun having two heroes on the same team in the ability called Blizzard. Now, Osmanthus going to be in trouble dropping his own Blizzard, but no one's in it. Sonya's here and she's angry, just going to smack down that mid fort, no problemo. Level 10's now coming in for our blue team, but not in time to save their fort. Yeah, like, we have two heroes on the same team with an ability called Blizzard. This is really fun to watch and spectate. Odin used early, Ice Wall completely misses. Spectate drops the combustion but not getting quite too much. The dirt to head goes wide as Fliptech in a little bit of trouble, but this is the 45, Sonya's top side. Ancestral healing shops, here comes the charge onto Ghost Dragon's Manifest. Manifest gets out, but Ghost Dragon just goes in. Trying to go full on Rambo, will be able to get them really low. Only one kill picked up though by the May. Ark has arrived, but it is too late for him to do anything. Now, Osmanthus is looking for the return on to Mephisto, not to find the bow. But Blizzard does find up Fliptech, which is now trying to make a run for elemental jobs as well. And it will just be the Caffeinated Knights moving up to the Northern Fort now. Getting themselves another structure and off to a level lead already is the red team. Very nicely done by them. Oh, that's cool. The elementals are infected with that minimap now. I didn't realize that was a thing. That's awesome. This is the Ultras Cabot too. That'd be awesome. To see such a Raska Ultras with level to when he started pushing on the minimap. Would be a huge nerf to town, by the way, because a lot of people don't look for this thing when it's a tiny little red dot like a minion. And top lane is crashing and no one's gonna pick it up. Level 13 advantage. Well, actually, we're in the fight right now, but Light Bomb onto as Manfus has the cleanse to get away. Ice Wall delaying the combustion, so we'll be able to get him out to safeties. We have mid push, we have bot push. So much being lost here for the side of the blue team on the map. Not able to control those lanes, but now just trying to force it on the objective. But level 13's picked up by the side of Caffeinated Knights. We have the Brothers of Alacrity. We have the Icy Veins on Jaina. So much power advantage for the side of the blue team. But now moving in, it's a huge charge. Odin being channeled at the same time though, so Static does survive. No ice blocker yet on him, so he's in a little bit of trouble here. Listen, we'll find Spectacular's Arc is just taking the objective at the moment. Odin's about to wear off Stack's recalling, just to have a fountain heal by the looks of things. Manfus moving in, but it is a 5v4 at the moment. Ghost Dragon taking a lot of damage on the side, but Abdul also gets hit by Jensen's mate, but the cleanse is good, but the Light Bomb comes out, and Zetra Healer keeps him alive for the time being, and terminating a lot of damage. There's the Ice Wall! Liptech is down! The Blizzard is good! Another one falls! Another one falls as Anduin goes down! Another kill! Tychus! Oh, the Lightning Fury barely wide. Almost an ace for the red team. As turns out sound advantage is good, guys. 2.5 level lead because just no control of the side lanes. We lost the mid wall already. Bottom's taking damage as well. There's no macro awareness, it looks like, from the blue team. They're going to lose a keep in 10 minutes, it looks like. Members are now respawning, so we'll be with defense. Sonya was up top, so not quite as a full team of Caffeinated Knights, so only half. Well, actually, that's a lot more than half. A lot of damage done to the spawn keepers. 3 ticks of grill to kill. What is going on? 5 ticks of oil damage? That seems really low. Blaze is clearing up bot lane, going to try and get level 13 for his team, but nearly 16 other Caffeinated Knights. Ark is in position to clear out the mid lane. This is 1 minute, doesn't really matter. Odin coming up for the defense, pulled over by Hana. Cack sampling where Captain's up, and there's so much stat difference. But Fisto is so bad when behind, just full stats. He relies on doing a critical massive damage in order to be effective, so Reno Blue Bunch, Punisher gets the top wall as now just moving in for the mid keep. Caffeinated Knights easily gonna pick this one up. Combustion doesn't do anything, and that's a keep falling if he's there in the half-minute mark. It's a 3-level lead now for the red team. So far ahead. Really difficult to make a big cooling servers on A. Why do cooling servers when you free transfer? I'm so confused. Now we're having another fight in the mid here. Jones of Hate lands onto 2 as Ice Wall is so good! 4 people moved up into Manfus now going in with the side. Ghost Dragon with him just trying to kill the Blaze. Johanna's falling to static in the meantime. Icy Veins is pretty good. Cactus Sam, Butte holding, Sonic's about to run. Sonic's throws the Suicidal Lamb. And it's just looking to end the game at the 12-minute mark for Caffeinated Knights. We're not happy about losing that game as... Yep, that's just going to be the end by the looks of things. Yep, Caffeinated Knights going to pick this one up. GG, Saber teams. Very easily going over to the Caffeinated Knights is game number 3. Well, that one was no, my stat screen. No, it broke. Game number 3 and the stat screen decides to give on up. Not going to be able to get anything out of that one. Oh, where's my stat screen, man? I'm so sad. let's jump on over here. And it looks like we're going to be having an interview from the Caffeinated Nights. Why do I not have that? There we go. Just waiting to see who's going to join me in interview room. Where are the guys? I'm in their server. I can see they're all sitting in the voice channel, but it looks like none of them are coming in. Thanks for cast. No, thank you for playing the game, because otherwise there would be nothing for me to cast. Beautiful holiday. Pretty close series, but not quite.
Hello.
Oh, you guys are loud.
I like doing interviews.
Hello.
Hello. I'm joined by two people actually. So Arkov and Osmanfest. Congratulations on the 2-1 match score. How are you feeling at the moment?
Decent.
The May has given me a buzz of energy.
That was a little bit
Yeah,
interesting. That May
Yeah.
and
The other
Cassie got
team
through.
had amateur opponent had a really good draft second game
Yeah.
with so much CC that they had, and we had no way to cleanse it off.
And,
That was really well played.
yeah, and because I don't know how to draft for healers yet at all, I kind of just said, "Hey, let's draft our healer, second pick in, and let's draft the healer without a cleanse." So that went swimmingly into a stun chain comp.
Yeah, you guys didn't have the best of games number 2, but game number 1 and game number 3 went up to your team pretty handily. There were a few unfortunate fights for the amateur opponents over the heal camps, but we saw in game number 1 the Nazebo pick coming through. I think I know the answer for Survey, but what was your thought process behind it?
You mean as in why did I take it?
Yeah, why did you pick Nazebo?
Because I think Volskaya is probably Nazebo's best map, and because I'm confident in my ability to play Nazebo.
Fair enough. And then game number 3,
two months on me
Cassia
well.
and May got left up, and then you guys were able to finish in just over 12 minutes. Pretty convincing win in
Yeah.
game number 3.
Was that fast?
Yeah, I
Felt
think
like it was
Casio
longer.
is still very strong and
Oh yeah.
definitely not worth letting
Sure.
your opponent pick it all that much, unless you
Yeah.
have a really good reason to let that through.
It's funny how
they
they
had a hard time because they had so many things to let through to stop. If Ghost
Yeah.
Zorfia got out, the game would have been 11 minutes long.
I think Cass is definitely a more confident pick for me than Orphea.
Mm.
Mm.
I also
If I have
think
the
Putting a
chance, I'll get Cassia
disinformation
instead.
campaign.
No, that's not true.
You just want to play Orphea. Sorry.
well, we'll see in the future. But
And so you guys
did
have
Cassie have any questions for us?
You guys have your next gaming series finals tomorrow, I believe. So I guess this one was
Yes.
kind of just a warm up for that.
Oh yeah, for NGS. Yeah, and it's a bit of a different roster. I'm generally always tanking for that. I just decided to tank for the third game just because I realized we needed a bit of diversity and damage and yeah. I think part of the problem with the second game was the simple fact that we ended up with a comp that had 2 marksmen.
Phoenix is definitely not my confident pick. I'll probably
That too.
had better option than that.
The fact is that we just simply couldn't do the bursts to break
Yeah.
through
We also bet
numbers,
with
and Static was
Mark.
trying, but his CC was always being negated whenever it was getting effective. Tychus was a really interesting opponent to play against.
Holding is strong when you cannot approach him and you cannot like end the fight quickly.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
was
got
inting on
melted
Ragnaros.
top. I was like, wait a minute, I have full health. Next thing I know, I'm dead from
How
what was it?
Ignite?
Ignite and
plus
the
the
Odin.
Odin auto attack.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there it goes.
Alright, so you guys are now 1 win up in the start of Hero Sounds. Do you have any shoutouts before we wrap this up?
Say that again.
Shout out to the Blaze solo laner. It's honestly good to see the guy get some play and some love. I think that if I hadn't specifically drafted the comp we were going for the Infernal Shrines game to try to counter the comp that they were running, we would have had a very bad time. We desperately needed to have a lot more cleanses, and I think May really provided that.
Excellent. Now, wrap it up here. Congratulations on the win, and good luck in your future games.
All right.
Okay, so that is the first cast of the day done. I'll be back in half an hour with the second match of the day. It will be a Division 1 game, actually, for the next one. Between, let me check the teams. I think it was Regen and someone. I should probably know this. Yeah. Team Rippers vs Regen Retro will be in half an hour, so stay tuned for that one shortly.